Hi, I'm Mayor Mike Walsh, and I'd like to welcome you to the Mayor's Corner, being brought to you from the Crest Family Library in downtown De Pere. This is a monthly program where we will be providing you with information about city programs, pertinent issues, and things that may be of interest within the community. I will be interviewing individuals in an effort to give a first-hand perspective of concepts, ideas, and involvements of a particular subject. Our topic today is Celebrate De Pere, and my guests are Brenda Gauger, President of Celebrate De Pere, and Carl Castelic, Vice President of Celebrate De Pere. Welcome. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.
In talking with you, it seems like it might be a good idea to get a little bit more in depth as to what Celebrate De Pere is, how it helps the community, and some of its little-known aspects along with the schedule of events this time. Brenda, what is Celebrate De Pere and what is your mission?
Celebrate De Pere is a music festival that's put on every Memorial Day weekend. And the mission of Celebrate De Pere is to help nonprofit organizations from around the area make money for their organizations, along with putting a lot of perspective and input into the veterans, because it is their weekend.
How did Celebrate really get started?
Celebrate De Pere got started as the 100-year anniversary of the city of De Pere, and it spun off from that and went to, I think it was Celebrate 101, 102, and we've just kept going, and I believe this is our 23rd year.
So that means we started in 1990.
That means we started in 1990.
Carl, can you explain what the Celebrate Committee is?
Well, the Celebrate Committee is actually made up of all volunteers. There's no one on the staff that's paid. Everyone puts in their hard work, time, and effort to put this on for the good of the nonprofit groups and for recognition of the veterans.
Along with that, how does Celebrate De Pere really help the community?
Well, there's a number of different ways, actually. The first one, like we have mentioned already, is definitely the nonprofit groups that are involved. They're making money directly for their organizations, so therefore they can keep doing what they're doing, which is good stuff out in the community. And just for example, there, the De Pere Lions are there with their tent, De Pere Hockey, the East De Pere Softball. I mean, you name it, we've got all different groups and different types involved there. And those funds are crucial for their budgets to be able to still keep doing what they're doing. The other good thing, though, that Celebrate De Pere does is it brings 30,000 people into downtown De Pere so that they can see what there is to do and what's being offered here in downtown De Pere.
I would think another thing might be bringing people together as far as volunteers and getting to work kind of towards a common cause.
Well, put it this way, you wouldn't put in this many hours if you didn't believe in it. So,
and I know you do put in a lot of hours.
All the volunteers put in their time and effort. And when you actually get to the event and you see the good that it does, it's worth it. Definitely worth it.
Okay. Brenda, out of curiosity, since the Celebrate Committee took over, how much monies have been raised and donated over the, 6 years, I think you guys?
Correct. We've raised approximately $479,000 that's gone back out into the community. And then since Celebrate started with that 100th year anniversary, it's about $1.5 million that's gone back out into the community.
I know raising this money is kind of weather dependent. When most people think of Memorial Day weekend, they think of that R word that we really don't like to mention ever at this time of year. When was the last time it R'd, which is rain?
In our 6-year venue, when the event is actually open, once. And we happened to catch it, and we got everybody underneath the tents. It lasted 20 minutes. We came back out, shot the fireworks off, and had a great time.
That really makes for a successful festival.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Do you get sponsors for the event at all, and how prevalent are they?
I'm going to let Carl grab that one because he's
Okay.
actually on the sponsorship committee.
Well, sponsors are crucial for the event. the dollars that they provide help with a lot of the startup costs and just the cost of actually running the festival, so that we can provide the platform for all the groups to make their funds for their organizations. This year we do have Community First Credit Union as our title sponsor, but we have many other sponsors that are very important to the overall event. Associated Bank is our front gate sponsor this year. Best Built is one of our gold sponsors this year that really stepped up to the plate with some donations. Alliance Construction, helping us out in many different ways that we need help with them. The trolley service is also sponsored by Sidekicks, Bar and Grill over in West De Pere. So I should say that's the Sidekicks Bar and Grill trolley service is what we'll be running with this year.
Brenda, I kind of forgot to ask, do you have rain insurance? I know that's a question I get asked quite a bit about.
Yeah, we do not have rain insurance. The cost of rain insurance versus what we've been through in the last 6 years is just not worth it.
With Celebrate De Pere being on Memorial Day weekend, you kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier. You do give special recognition to the veterans because it really is their weekend. Could you kind of elaborate a little bit on that?
It used to be the Vietnam vets had a tent down there. Now it is the Desert Storm vets that have the tent along with the Vietnam vets. And they have their tent down there all weekend. And then on Monday is totally their day, the Veterans Day. There's a memorial service following the parade. And throughout the weekend, any veteran that comes to the front gates is allowed into the festival free of charge.
Oh, that's really nice. I know I have the privilege and the honor of participating in that ceremony on Monday, and I think it starts roughly around 12:30 after, correct? It's really a very moving ceremony, and I guess the big question this year is there going to be a flyover?
We're not sure of what type. It might be Pelicans. There might actually be a flyover. We're not sure. We're working on it and working with the government to see what we can come up with.
Carl, are there things that people need to be aware of before they come down to the event?
There's a couple things that we'd like people to know before they come down. Number one, there is a new thing this year. No weapons or guns will be allowed in the park, just for everyone's safety. The other thing that is kind of good for some people to know is they get that question quite a bit at the front gate area. There are ATMs on the ground this year, so if they do come into the park, can use that there as well.
Are there any things that are prohibited, like lawn chairs, or are they permitted to bring those in, or?
Well, in keeping with the festival spirit, we do allow lawn chairs. If it does look like rain, umbrellas and whatnot, those types of typical things, your strollers, wagons, all those types of items to help you out with bringing the kids in, all of those are allowed. There's no problems with that. We do ask that there's no carry-ins, simply because with the nonprofit groups that are there, please support them in their mission. So we do ask that. But in terms of if anyone is bringing in a backpack or a stroller, the front gate people normally will have to search it just to make sure that there's no issues.
I know in years past people have come down to the event on Sunday morning for the fishing tournament, but then the event didn't open till I don't know, 10 or 11 o'clock, I think. Has this been addressed as far as allowing people to stay in the park, or are they going to have to leave after the tournament?
Actually, it starts with the Christie race, which starts, I believe, at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9:30, our fishing tournament starts, and this year, for the first time, we're going to open up a portion of the park and have a few of the nonprofit food vendors in there and some music playing on our second stage down by the water, and have the fishing tournament going on at the same time. So they'll be able to be in there from 9 o'clock on. Okay.
Do they have to pay to get in at that time also, or will the gate will be open for that?
The gate will be open and it will be manned by one of the groups.
I think there's also a car show on Sunday. Are people going to be able to get in to see that, and what time actually does that start?
Car show will start at the opening at 12:30. When the park actually opens, they will be bringing the cars in. I believe Mark told us they start coming about 6 a.m. to see if they can get the best spot down there, and he's got to get them in and get them set up so that they're ready to go. But the people that are within the park for the fishing tournament and walking around will be able to see some of those being set up.
Okay, Carl, is there anything that's new this year as far as the event goes?
Well, we've got a couple things. One of the major additions this year is the addition of the second stage. This is a stage that's going to be down by the water, down by the Fox River. And what we thought of was we needed more entertainment, different types of music that can play, especially during the time when the main stage is being switched over. You know, bands take time to take their equipment on and off, so we have some time when there isn't live music going on. The second stage addresses that with, now we've got live music going basically nonstop is the plan. So a new second stage this year. We also expanded the trolley service this year. We did have very good comments last year where we had one trolley running, one on the east side and one on the west side. And there were some people on there who said they haven't been to Celebrate in years just because they didn't care for the parking and whatnot, those types of issues. And the trolley alleviates that. They can, on the east side, park at Chicago Street Pub, take the trolley down here. On the west side, they can pick it up at Middy's, Willie's, Sidekicks, Buddha's Still, or Nicky's. So at any of those places, they'd be able to pick up the trolley on the west side and come on down as well.
You use for-profit and non-profit organizations to serve food and beverages. How is it determined who will be in it every year?
Well, our nonprofit groups, since I've been involved, have not changed. They've probably been a part of it for at least, most of them, the 22, 23 years that it's been going. The for-profits, they contact us, and then at that time, this year was the first year we put a vendor committee together, and they determine who fits in. We try not to double up on any of the food. We're going to on some of the hamburger hot dogs, but if we're going to bring a for-profit in, they're going to sell something totally different than our nonprofit groups.
Do you have any idea how many nonprofits you utilize down in the park?
I believe this year we have 9 nonprofits down there.
While we're at it, what types of different cuisine are you going to have this year?
There will be, I'm going to start at one tent and go on. There's hot dogs, hamburgers, brats, chicken, grilled chicken, cheesecake on a stick is one of the new ones, elephant ears, booyah, ham sandwiches. I can keep going. They can go to our website. It's actually posted out on our website if people want to see exactly what foods are out there.
So if they leave the park hungry, it's their own fault then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your event is family orientated, and can you tell us what there is for the family, Carl?
Sure. We have a large kids area that has a kids stage with entertainment and music, different types of variety music throughout the day. The kids area also has tumbling and art projects, and it's actually a wonderful kids area. You could spend all afternoon there with the kids. The other thing that I do want to also talk a little bit about then for families is the fishing tournament that happens on Sunday morning. This has been a great event. Each year it keeps getting bigger and bigger. You see whole families coming down and dropping a line in. If it's the Barbie pole or if it's an actual real pole, it doesn't matter. They're all having a good time. The fishing tournament is sponsored by Piggly Wiggly in East Pere, and then the trophies for that are sponsored by Tender Hearts Assisted Living. And if it's all right, if I can show, they work together actually to put together a traveling trophy. So each year, whoever catches the biggest fish will then get their name put on this trophy that'll be on display over at Piggly Wiggly. So can you get in the whole shot here? I mean, it's actually kind of a big trophy, but So this will actually be over at Piggly Wiggly. Each year they'll put the name of the winner of whoever the biggest fish on there, and it'll be on display there all year round. So kind of an interesting new thing with the fishing tournament. So we do ask that, you know, families come on down. It's a great time. There's a lot of things for families to do down here. And I suppose I shouldn't leave out the fireworks show. I mean, obviously that's what, it's amazing how many wagons and strollers, like I said before, that you see that come on down, whole families on blankets that can come down and enjoy the fireworks show as well.
I heard that there was, is it for the second or third year they're going to have a regatta? Could you kind of explain what the regatta is?
The Redneck Regatta.
There you go.
Yep. How far can you get a cardboard boat to float? That's what it comes down to. So right in the tail race section of the Fox River, kind of right about where the new walkway is, they put on the Redneck Regatta, where how many entries were there last year? About
12 to 15.
12 to 15, somewhere in there. Of various different types, and it was just how far they could make it. It is very entertaining to watch, to say the least.
So the rules for the Redneck Regatta and the fishing tournament are on the website, I would assume?
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And just for the heck of it, can you give us the website? We'll do it again at the end, but could you just...
CelebrateDePere.com.
Pretty easy.
I try to make it as easy as possible.
Well, every year you have a great list of entertainment. Could you tell us who the headliners are, Brenda?
On Saturday evening at about 9 o'clock will be Dennis DeYoung. He is the former lead singer of Styx. He and his band will be on there, and throughout the day there will be our local acts leading up to that. And then on Sunday, right after the fireworks, will be Diamond Rio.
Do you have any names for the local acts? Do you have anyone that people might recognize?
Oh, we've got Red Clover. Johnny Watt will be down there. I booked them all. I should remember them.
You had a battle of the
Separate
bands,
Ways.
I think.
Separate Ways is down there.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a battle of the bands for the second stage. And those are posted, everybody's posted on the website along with the time frames. The second stage time frames may not be up there yet because we're still finishing that off, but everybody for the main stage is out there.
Okay. With all this great entertainment and family fun, what is the cost of admission for the 3-day event? Do you do it, I know in the past, some years you've had like a 3-day pass, and I think lately you've just done daily, but could you give us a little insight into that, Carl?
Well, to keep it as family friendly as possible and to keep it a community event, admission is still just $5 a day. You know, you get national acts, fireworks, all the entertainment. We try to keep it affordable. $5 per person, kids under 8 for free. That is for Sunday or Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, it's by monetary donation only. We actually have buckets up at the gates, and every dollar that's donated on Monday gets donated to the VFW posts and the veterans groups that help us out with the memorial ceremony.
When does the park open each day?
Well, a little bit different on each day. So on Saturday, we open up at 1 o'clock. 12:30. 12:30. We've been moving them a little bit just to try and accommodate everybody.
And just to screw you up.
And to screw me up, exactly. And then we'll be opening at 9 on Sunday morning. So that way, because we've got the fishing tournament and Christie's race, everything else is going on there. And then Monday will be right after the parade is done, which is typically around 11:30.
But Voyager Park is going to be closed more than just for the 3 days, correct?
Correct. Obviously for an event like this, there's quite a bit of setup. And during the setup, it can be dangerous, especially when they're putting up the midway rides and whatnot, those types of things. So the park actually is closed from Thursday through Tuesday, and then it opens back up to the public after 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon.
So I guess the fishermen who do come down there are going to have to kind of be aware of that they won't be able to get into the park to fish.
Yeah, unfortunately during that time, just because of insurance regulations and safety, the park will be closed even to fishermen and even to people that want to use the playground equipment. But like I said, it will be open again then, 5 o'clock on Tuesday. And we try our best to always let everyone know, there's other boat landings, other places to fish on the river as well. So.
I know one of the centerpieces for the Memorial Day weekend is the Deep Ear Kiwanis Memorial Day Parade. Brenda, could you kind of tell us what you know about it as far as the start time and the bridge closure? I know that Celebrate isn't the sponsor of that, but I know you participate in it, and and I know the Kiwanis is the sponsor. So.
Correct, and the Kiwanis has done an awesome job with that parade. From what we understand from Terry and their crew, the bridge closes at approximately 9:15 on Monday, and the parade starts from West De Pere High School, VFW Park, about 10 o'clock, and I'm not even sure how many, I haven't talked to Terry as of late, how many units they have in it this year.
Well, I know it's usually big, anywhere from pretty close to 100, I think, just about every year. I would assume they're getting the same amount, but and I don't know how long the Kiwanis has been sponsoring the parade, but I do know that it at least goes back to the 1950s. So, and I've probably seen every one. But something new this year is the fact that the first phase of the Riverwalk is going to be finished, and people will have the opportunity to go out onto Government Island to kind of experience what is happening out there. Do you have any ideas as to how long it's going to be open and when it will be closed?
From what I understand, it will be open when the park is open, and the plan is to close that down around 6:30 every evening, and I believe the walkway turns, so it'll be turned so that people are not over on the island as the night time comes along and the national acts start coming and fireworks start going off.
Well, hopefully by having it open, this will make people a little bit more excited, kind of experience what the Riverwalk is. I know at this point, we still have to, once the first phase is done, get the two piers going out, one the fishing pier and one the viewing pier. And like I said, I think this is a little bit of a self-serving plug to get people to go out, enjoy it, see what it's like, and kind of experience something that no one or very few people in the city have been able to do, and also to get people to look at it, see what a great thing it is, and then donate towards it too. So again, that's kind of a self-serving plug, but I know Celebrate De Pere takes a lot of planning. When do you start the process for next year's event?
This year we're going to try and take the month of June off and start in July. We didn't get that this past year because things just started happening right away, but we plan throughout the entire year. Usually try to do one meeting every 2 or 3 months at the beginning in July and so on, and as time comes forward, it's 2 meetings a month, and the month of May, it's every week.
Carl, do you need, well, I know that there's a lot of effort and time that goes into this, and in order to be able to put on a good quality event like you do, it takes a lot of volunteers. And do you have enough volunteers for this year? Are you looking for more, or just what is your situation?
Well, we do have our core group, and there's always, there's certain people that we know are going to volunteer every year. We do always encourage, if there are people out there who would like to volunteer their time during the event, there are a number of different volunteer opportunities. And I should say, not even necessarily during the event. If anyone is interested in helping with some of the setup and takedown as well, there are volunteer opportunities. Information about that is out at our website again, celebratedepere.com. So,
how can people become involved in the committee? Are you always looking for new members, or Are you looking for some, I guess, at this point?
Sure. If anyone is interested in the event and interested in helping out the community, we're always willing to talk with them. We're always looking for more core volunteers.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, either one of you? Anything we missed?
At this point, there's nothing I can think of. If people have questions, there's phone numbers on the website, and just go out there and check and give us a call, and we'll try and answer your questions. And one of the other things you're going to see out there, if you're a, I guess, sunglass, clothing, jewelry vendor, we do have a marketplace area that you can also fill out an application that he's still accepting those applications in.
Okay, Carl, do you have anything else you'd like to?
I just hope that everyone comes down to the event and enjoys it. You know, it's, with all the work that's put into it, it is just great to see the amount of families that come down, have a great day down there. The acts at night and the fireworks, everything is so exciting. It's just great to see so many people come on down there and enjoy the event.
Well, I'd like to give some praise to you and your organization. You really put on a good quality event, and you do a wonderful job at controlling the atmosphere down there and really providing a good scenario for people to come down and enjoy themselves. And it's really a showcase for the city of De Pere and the community itself. So, your dedicated committee is just fantastic, and I know I express the appreciation of all the citizens in De Pere for the job that you and your committee do, and we thank you for that. But we're just about out of time, so I'd like to thank Brenda Gauger and Carl Castelic for providing us with information about Celebrate De Pere. Thank you, Brenda and Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This concludes the Mayor's Corner. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Mayor Mike Walsh.